Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Professor English Podcast Channel. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Anna. It's always great to have you here.
We bring you fun, entertaining, and easy English conversations every day. If you listen daily, our episodes will naturally help you think in English and speak confidently, just like a native speaker.
That's right. So stay with us till the end because today's topic is something every learner needs in real life. What to say in English when you don't understand someone.
Yes, this is one of the most important survival skills in English because honestly, even native speakers don't understand everything all the time.
Exactly. People speak fast, use slang, have different accents, or talk quietly. So it's completely normal to need clarification.
And the best part, you don't need advanced English to handle these moments. You just need a few simple, polite sentences.
So let's start with the first one, the most basic and most useful. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Exactly. It's polite, short, and clear. You can also say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Or, could you say that again, please?
Here's a small tip. Always add please. It makes your English sound friendly and respectful.
Yes, and here's a fun fact. Americans use these sentences all the time. You are not the only one.
Right. I say, sorry, what was that? At least 10 times a week.
Same, especially when someone speaks very fast at a coffee shop.
Oh, yes. Those baristas talk like they're in a race.
Now, let's teach our listeners a very important phrase. Could you speak a little slower?
This one is a lifesaver. If someone talks too fast, this is the perfect line.
And you can say it very politely. Sorry, could you speak a little slower, please?
And most people will slow down immediately.
Let's do a quick role play to help everyone understand.
Sure, I'll be the fast-talking person.
And I'll be the English learner.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you today? We have iced coffee, cold brew, vanilla latte, caramel macchiato.
Sorry, could you speak a little slower, please?
Oh, of course. What would you like to drink?
Perfect. See, one sentence changed everything.
Exactly, and it works anywhere. Restaurants, stores, airports, anywhere.
Another important sentence is, what does that mean?
Yes, when someone uses a difficult word or slang, you can say, sorry, what does that mean?
For example, if someone says, I'm swamped today, you can ask, what does swamped mean?
And they'll usually explain, swamped means very busy.
Here's another good line. Could you give me an example?
Oh yes, I love that one. It helps you understand the meaning in context.
For example, if someone says deadline, you can ask, could you give me an example?
And they might say, a deadline is the last day you must finish something. For example, your homework deadline is Monday.
That makes everything clearer.
Now, let's teach a more casual phrase. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
This is very American and very natural.
It means the same as I didn't hear that, but it sounds friendly.
Let's use it in a short example.
Sure, I'll say something quickly.
And I'll ask for clarification.
The meeting is at 4:30 today, don't forget.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What time?
4:30.
Perfect.
Another useful sentence is, could you write that down?
This is great when you're given directions or names that are difficult to understand.
Yes, for example, street names, email addresses, or appointment details.
You can say, could you write that down for me, please?
And most people will be happy to help.
Here's another helpful phrase. Could you repeat the last part?
Yes, because sometimes you understand the beginning but miss the end.
Or someone says too many details at once.
And you can politely say, could you repeat the last part, please?
Here's a quick story. Yesterday, my neighbor was giving me restaurant suggestions, but she said 5 names in a row so fast I remembered none.
That happens to everyone. In moments like that, these sentences save you.
Let's teach our listeners another important line. Could you show me?
Yes, this is perfect when words are not enough.
For example, if someone tries to explain where something is located,
You can say, could you show me?
and they might point, gesture, or even walk you there.
Now let's talk about accent differences. Sometimes you understand English, but not the accent.
Yes, American, British, Australian, all very different.
And if the accent is difficult, you can say, sorry, I'm not used to this accent. Could you repeat that?
Very polite and very helpful.
Another simple line is, "One more time, please."
Yes, it's short, friendly, and perfect in fast conversations.
For example, someone says, "Your total is 1749." Very fast.
And you can reply, "One more time, please."
And they'll say it slower.
Now let's teach a few phrases you should not use because they sound rude.
Yes, never say "what" by itself.
Exactly. It sounds sharp.
Instead, say "sorry" or "sorry, what was that?"
Also, avoid huh. That one sounds impolite too.
Always choose polite phrases. They make communication smooth.
Now, let's do a role play with a real life situation. Ordering food.
Great idea. I'll be the waiter.
And I'll be the customer.
Hi, welcome. Would you like to hear today's specials?
Sure.
Okay, we have grilled salmon with lemon butter sauce, spicy chicken pasta, and our chef's signature truffle burger, which comes with garlic fries and
Sorry, could you repeat the last part, please?
the truffle burger with garlic fries.
Got it. Thank you.
See? Just one sentence fixes everything.
Now, let's try another role play. Asking for directions.
I'll be a person on the street.
And I'll be the learner again.
The library. Yeah, go straight past the gas station, take a left at the second light, then turn right after the building with the blue roof.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Could you show me?
Sure, it's right over there across the street.
Perfect.
Let's do a quick quiz to make learning fun.
Okay. Question 1. What should you say if someone speaks too fast? A. Speak normal. B. Could you speak a little slower, please?
The answer is B, of course.
Question 2. What's a polite way to ask for repetition? A. Say again. B. Could you repeat that, please?
Definitely B.
Question 3. What do you say if you didn't hear a word clearly?
You say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that."
Perfect. Our listeners are doing great.
Now, let's teach a few more survival phrases.
Yes, here they are. Could you explain that? Could you say it differently? Can you give me an example? Could you help me understand?
These make you sound confident and polite.
And people appreciate when you try to understand instead of pretending.
Yes, never pretend you understood. It only creates more confusion later.
Now, let's practice one more real-life example at the doctor's office.
Good idea. People often use difficult terms there.
I'll be the doctor.
And I'll be the patient.
You might be experiencing mild inflammation of the upper.
Sorry, what does inflammation mean?
It means swelling, like when the area becomes red or painful.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
See? Simple questions make everything clear.
Here's another quick quiz.
Question 1. What can you say if someone uses a difficult word?
Sorry, what does that mean?
Question 2. What if you want someone to show you something instead of explaining it?
You say, "Could you show me?"
Excellent! Our listeners are becoming pros at asking for clarification.
Now, let's recap everything we learned today.
Sure. We learned how to ask for repetition, how to ask people to slow down, how to understand difficult words, and how to ask for examples.
We also practiced real-life situations at a cafe, on the street, and at the doctor's office.
And we learned polite, simple English phrases that make communication easy and comfortable.
Remember, not understanding is normal. Asking politely is smart.
And with practice, you'll become more confident every day.
So your task today is to practice 3 sentences. I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Could you speak a little slower, please? Sorry, what does that mean?
Practice them aloud, and you'll feel more confident in any English conversation.
If you enjoyed this episode, click like and subscribe to our channel for more easy English lessons.
Share it with your friends who are learning English too.
That's right. Keep practicing and stay tuned for our next episode.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.